Ebou, Sean Barker and I often say on commentary it takes an awful lot for you need treatment, but you were down a little bit on Saturday in the wars. How are you feeling after that one?
Feeling good. It's obviously a little bit sore. I think as a player I am, I go through all the challenges and battles, but that's what I do for the team, and I enjoy it. So if it gives the team a chance to perform, then I'm happy to do it.
Obviously disappointed to lose that home record. I think it's only the second time that you've been on the losing side since you joined Derby County at Pride Park Stadium. But how pleased were you with the fight that everybody showed against Norwich?
Uh, do you know what I was? Do you know, it's a good to be part of. Do you know what I mean? So obviously we went 1-0 down. Obviously didn't know at the time the situation. To still give that fight back, to continue to keep going. I thought when we scored to make it 1-1-0, I thought we was in it. And even though they scored again, I thought we still believed. And I think the crowd as well were just as good. They're amazing, dragging us through that game. And do you know what? It's good to be part of a team that never gives up, as well as the fan base as well. So, and I think good credit to the boys for that as well.
You're a couple of months into life as a permanent Derby County player now. Is it any different to being on loan, to being permanently here?
Uh, it's weird because I'd say this. It's more like when I first signed as a loan player, it felt like a permanent sign anyway. So I'm kind of living in that fantasy as a permanent player, because I remember towards the end of the season I forgot that I was a loan player, which showed how much I was enjoying playing for the club. And it's pretty much just carried on really. And I'm just happy to keep playing for the club and play with a smile on my face and be a asset to the club and to the boys to help them out and hopefully keep doing well.
Clearly no different for you then, but different at all for the family? Because I know loan moves can be difficult and put pressure on players' personal lives. Are they all settled now? Are they in Derby with you?
Yeah, they're in Derby. It can be a little bit of a headache in terms of like the personal side of things. Obviously, during the summer, it's all speculations when it's going to happen, if it's going to happen, and all that. And Mrs. and the little one, and I'm just looking at them thinking, I feel bad because I'm going to have to take you with me at some point. I can't leave you behind. And I think, but do you know what? My missus has been really good. She's let's say used to it, but she's been that rock, and they'd be able to do the stuff that I cannot do. Obviously, so when I get up, she has to pack the whole house, which a little bit embarrassed to say, but she does a lot of the work, and I'm just she allows me to play football, and I think Derby as well have been helped a lot in terms of helping find the place. And do you know what? They really do like it. They like it as well as I do, and that makes me smile and enjoy football a bit more.
That's great to hear. I wanted to talk to you about the two-touch games that you and Kenzo and David Ozo certainly had. I don't know if they're continuing anymore. David's claim a couple of weeks ago, don't know if you saw it, was that Kenzo would quit because he was winning every week. Would you like to offer your perspective on things?
Just on that question, we're still playing two-touch.
Okay.
Maybe the standards got better since David's missing a little bit, but don't tell him that. But nah, yeah, it's a thing for us lot that we enjoy. So I think obviously they're two new lads, and I think since we've been doing it, it's made us grow together, and them as it's not just as midfield partners, them as a friend. It's good to build that type of relationship.
How did it start?
It was weird. We just said, let's just try. I think I must have got them together. Said, let's see who's the best, and we've been doing it ever since. And I think for me, as well as having midfield partners, it's good to build a relationship, and I have it with Tomo, with Ozzy, and it's good to build that relationship off the pitch as well as on it. And for us, you can see us playing with a smile on their faces, and you've probably seen it as well. Us always joking around and laughing, and I think that's really good because it relays on to us helping each other on the pitch. I think that's important.
Do you see that sort of around the squad? Different players and pockets have their own little routines and special connections?
Do you know what? I think everyone gets along with everyone, and it's weirdly enough that it comes to a point where everyone can have a conversation. It could be about anything, maybe about life, personal life and whatnot, and I think that's really important. And I think that shows on the pitch that, as you said, the attitude on the game is to never give up. And you got, say, someone like a Nelson or someone as young as Cash driving you on, and you look at them and thinking, you'll give me an extra 10%, and that matters. And I think it's more like we're going to war as brothers and as a family. So I think if we lose, it hurts everyone, and if we win, we all win together, and it's all smart and jokey after the game. And I think that's what the boys want. And I think, well, I'll give credit to the gaffer who's built a team really, and that's important to be able to have players on the pitch as well as of the player management to drive you through a game, and for me, it's incredible.
You keep talking about playing with a smile on your face. I remember when you walked into the room in Spain and the reaction from everyone in the room when you arrived and knew that you were signing for Derby permanently. I sort of get the feeling that you love to bring joy to people sort of however you can.
I always like to say, like, my smile's contagious. I hope it's contagious, because then I think if you can put a smile on someone else's face, it can brighten up their day. That you don't know what someone's going through, and they could be having a bad day or bad morning. You never know. So I think for me, as I always say to, I can't say all the staff around it, I hope my smile's contagious. It's a good thing, and I hope I can continue to keep doing that, whether it be staff, players, fans, you. So it's for me, it's important to be a good person as well as a good player. Well, I hope I'm a good player. So.
Let's focus on the football for a moment or two. One of your games with Cardiff last season was a win at Sunderland. How difficult a place is it to go, and how difficult will it be Tuesday night, do you think?
It'll be the same as every other game. To be fair, every game will be difficult. Yeah, funny enough, it was a good win. I think if you can get a win there, it'll be massive. They're a good team. They're doing really well. I think they're second at the minute. They lost on the weekend. They've got a good team, young team, and I think we'll be looking forward to it. As like I said, they'll be tough as any other game, and I back ourselves. We go there with full confidence. Like you said, we've competed with teams that obviously the outsiders will be looking and thinking, yeah, that'll be an easy win for them. But we've put teams to thinking, look, like, you're a good team, you'll be all right. I'm not saying that we will, but we want to make sure we keep putting points on the board no matter where we go, home or away. So it'll be tough, but I'll say we'll make it hard for them as well.